Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Destiny here, and today's video is going to be a quick and to the point video focused on darker complexion contour products. I get questions all the time about my favorite contour, what contour do I use, if I have a contour that's dark enough for my skin. There are several products that you can use, and if there is something here that you don't have access to, I will try to put dupes in the bottom bar or comparable products, or I will just try to let you know, what are other products you can use in place. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in first with this one right here. This is an NYX foundation in Espresso. I've been using this like crazy lately. It's super inexpensive. It blends out really, really well. I'm actually wearing it today. I know in the pan it doesn't quite look like it will be dark enough, but trust me, if you go and look at some of my more recent videos, you will see that it's dark enough. It blends out very, very well, and it has a really, really nice blendable formula. Next up, I have the Bobbi Brown Weightless Powder Foundation in Espresso 10. A lot of these colors are actually called Espresso, and you guys know that I absolutely, positively love this powder. That's why it looks the way it does. I've been using it for years. It's another powder foundation, and it can be used as a contour powder. I get asked all the time, no, I need a contour powder. Products are products, and you can use them any way that you want, and this is a great powder contour. I don't generally do um, powder contour on its own. I will use it as a setting for my contour, or I'll put it on top of my cream contour. But if you only do powder contour, or if you're looking for something to set your contours, I absolutely love this powder. It isn't the darkest powder, so you will hear me refer to this as my bronzer contour bronzer before my contour powder, because it's warm, and I generally prefer my contours to be cool. I feel like shadows are generally cool because they're out of the sun, they're in the shade, so hence cool. And also the outskirts of my body, the darker tones on my body are cool, so I'll use this first with a fat fluffy brush, and then I'll follow it with a cooler powder, usually my NYX powder or the powder that I'm going to show you next. Okay, so this powder that I'm about to show you, many of you who follow my videos for a long time know that this is Bay. You know that this is my favorite powder, and that's my Lancome Dual Finish in 560 Cool. It's foolproof. It blends out beautifully. It works well underneath powders, on top of powders. It works well if you're going to use it by itself, but like I said a few seconds ago, I like to use it on top of cream. It sets it, and it really, really takes it up a level. It really, really cuts those cheeks. I absolutely love how well it works on my skin tone. You guys know I've been using this for years. Search back in my videos. It's probably my most used powder. Okay, so since I've been showing you pretty much all powder, I'm going to jump to, I think this is my last powder, and then we're going to move to cream and liquid. But this is definitely a classic. The Sleek Contour Powder was one of the first like drugstore brand products that came out, even though it wasn't always sold in the States. I feel like every dark skinned girl on YouTube has this Sleek powder somewhere in her room or something like that. It's dependable, it's inexpensive, and again, it's one of those powders that doesn't quite look dark enough, doesn't quite look that dark in the pan. I don't have this on right now, but it does show up. I'm gonna try and get a little bit on my brush to see if I can show you guys how it shows up. I don't know if you guys can see a difference at all. I absolutely recommend this powder. If you are in the UK or United States and you have access to it, you're looking for something inexpensive, a little contour powder, then that's definitely a great inexpensive bet. And then it has a built-in highlighter. Even though I never use that tone highlighter, you guys know that I am a white gold highlighter girl all day. The contour is amazing. Okay, so I definitely have to start out with classics. You guys know when it comes to cream contour, you guys probably know what I'm about to say. Those of you who have been watching my videos for a while before me. Like, I have to mention Teak. If Teak wasn't mentioned in this video, then you could completely cancel this video, cancel this whole video if I didn't mention Teak. You guys know that this has been one of my favorite cream contours for years. Fashion Fair is definitely one of those brands that I have a lot of staples from. I have the Teak in the pan. I have two Teaks in a stick. This is a great, not only dark contour color, but if you're looking for a deep foundation color, I definitely recommend trying Fashion Fair Teak. It is a great consistency. They have it in the stick, which is like a cream to powder kind of finish. Dries down matte, blends out great. I definitely recommend it. Okay, so I definitely have to introduce you guys to some liquid contours. I don't know if you guys use a lot of foundation to contour, but personally, I absolutely love it. I used the foundation to contour today, and I will tell you about which one that is in a second. But I do have to show you R540 from Makeup Forever, which is a beautiful deep dark tone, and it blends out so well over my foundation. It gives you the most natural finish. I keep looking at my face because I know that I don't have it on today, but liquid contours are just beautiful, especially if you have dry skin, if you have mature skin, if you have textured skin. Sometimes a powder may pick up on dry flakes, it may pick up in lines and wrinkles, it may show your pores. So sometimes trying a little liquid contour, I know that's going to scare some people. Like if you have tried cream and it's too heavy, if you've tried powder and it looks ashy, try a liquid with a powder on top or just a liquid by itself. It is so beautiful. Another liquid contour that works amazingly well, and I've actually demonstrated this. I'll try to find the video and put the link in the bottom bar. But that dark chocolate from LA Girl, their HD foundation, which is amazing and comparable to Makeup Forever, which I have a hard time saying that, but it's true. The foundation is great. It wears well, it blends out well, and I feel like dark chocolate is a great contour color. If you're around my shade or even a shade or two darker, I really feel like it stands out. It's dark enough, it's cool without being overly red or anything like that. It blends out so well. You guys, trust me when I say this. Like I said, I'll try to find that video so you guys can check it out, but amazing. And I keep looking at my face because I really love the contour that I used. And I did a video on this face, and I think I'm going to stick it on IGTV and IG. So go ahead and follow me on IG if you don't already, and follow me on Instagram TV because I do videos there quite often. And it's usually fresh content that I don't have anywhere else. So definitely go check it out. But right now, on my face, I'm wearing all Nars. This is a complete Nars look. I pulled out my Nars collection. I've been doing Nars looks lately on Instagram. My contour is Molly from their Natural Radiant Longwear collection. And as you can see, it just blends out on my skin so nicely. It's a nice dark shade. I usually look in this range for my contour where my skin builds up and my melanin gets really dark in my shoulder area. When I pinch my skin together, like my skin gets so dark, and I love it. And I'll always look for a shade that kind of matches there because generally my face is lighter due to skincare and exfoliating and all types of agents, sunscreen and different things that you do for your face that you may not do for your body as much. So I'll look for a contour that is found naturally in my skin so it just looks fluid and beautiful and natural. And Molly is definitely a really great contour color. It blends out very nicely. The Nars Longwear Radiant Collection has a great formula to it, and I really feel like a lot of their shades can be used as contours. Next up, I have somewhat of a new addition to my contour family, and that is the Tarte Shape Tape in the matte variety Mahogany. I've used this in a couple of videos. I have a video on IGTV of me using it. I really love the formula. I love the fact that it's matte. It's really deep. It's cool, and it blends out nicely. All of those attributes make it a great contour color. When you're doing highlighting and contour, you don't want your face to look like a color puzzle and things are not blend in between. So the reason I use a lot of liquid or cream products is because you can really blend it out and really make it look really natural. So that's one of the reasons that I do like the Shape Tape. It's super matte. It blends out nicely. Great color payoff. Really great product. I have another product from Nars, and this is in Cardamom Dark 4. And this is something that I can use as a contour color. I really love the texture of these creamy Nars sticks. They blend out so well. They make your face look so hydrated without feeling heavy or sticky. My final color is another Espresso, and this is from Bobbi Brown. And this is a great, deep, creamy, blendable formula from Bobbi Brown. Bobbi Brown's foundations more border on warm than red, and I can actually really appreciate that because when they do oxidize down a little bit, it balances out for your skin and it doesn't look too red. Generally, if I buy something that's already really red, I'm really afraid that it's going to over oxidize and make me look crazy. Goes up there really nicely. I was thinking about doing swatches for all these products, but honestly, it may not show up as well as I'd want it to. They almost look like they're the same, like they're pretty much the same color, but when it comes to your face, if you go up a shade, you can really see the contour colors. Like on my hand, that's the Espresso 10 from Bobbi Brown, and it just blends out so beautifully. Next, I'm just going to show you right next to that. That's the Nars color. As you can see, it's a little bit cooler, but they're both really great colors that can be used to contour. This is the darkest color that I have for contour. This is the one color that I will say no matter what on anything I can use it as a contour. This color right here in the middle, this Nars color, is a color that I can use for contour, but it's also a color that can almost match my skin depending on what foundation I'm wearing and how I use it. But whenever I find that the contour isn't quite doing what I need it to do, or if I'm working with a client who happens to just be so dark that there isn't a color that naturally goes really nicely with their skin tone that's not quite dark enough to be a contour, and there's nothing wrong with that, I'll just do this right here. This is reverse highlighting your contour area, and what it's going to do is make everything above it stand out like a traditional contour would. And as you can see, it's giving my face beat and depth. Give your face beat and depth. And basically that's how I would do it. If none of these colors can work for you, if you are significantly darker than me and you already know that these colors don't work for you, maybe you're in the market for a reverse contour. Just like girls who are so white that they can't highlight and all they have to do is contour. Some girls will be so dark that all you have to do is reverse highlight. And you can see the difference between the sides of my face. It does give you that three-dimension look that you're looking for. So aside from that, I will also show you some eyeshadows that I used to use as contour. We have this really dark, cool brown that I've used as contour and to also set my contour powder. This is also a really nice dark brown that doesn't look like it's very dark in the pan, but again, when you blend it on your face, it does stand out. On occasions, I would use this, and sometimes you can even mix in a tiny bit of black, depending on how much you want your contour to stand out, you know, because you can go in and do something that's really natural that kind of is like a bronzer or contour, kind of like baby contour. But if you want something really deep and you're around my complexion, I definitely recommend of this whole lot, Fashion Fair Teak, Dark Chocolate from LA Girl, and that powder from Lancome. I would say that those are my deepest, darkest colors that I have right now. There are several other brands that make all different types of dark tones in contours. So if you have any recommendations on products that I should try, brands, colors, tones, formulas, let me know in the bottom bar. I'm going to get out of here. I just want to show you this really quick. I get this question so much between what colors I use to contour to what are my favorite setting powders. I'm definitely going to have to redo that video. That's a video I did years and years ago. And a lot of the information is still going to be the same, but I do have a couple of products to add to that list. So with that being said, I hope this video was helpful. I want to thank you as always for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye guys.